Today we are going to dive into a cosmic mystery that transcends the common horoscope. There are 4 zodiac signs whose energy is so powerful, so unique, that even the darkest forces of the universe hesitate to approach. We are not talking about magic, spells, or rituals. These people do not need that. Their strength comes from within, an inner light or an unwavering determination that makes even demons, negative entities, or parasitic energies flee without looking back. We will reveal which signs these are and why they are practically untouchable. Stay until the end, because you might be one of these signs or know someone whose energy is an impenetrable shield against darkness. First, Virgo, from August 23rd to September 22nd. Virgo is the sign of absolute clarity, impeccable order, and silent strength that disarms any attempt at manipulation. These people possess an aura so pure and structured that negative energies simply find no gaps to enter. It's not about shouting their strength or showing power. Virgo's power lies in their ability to see beyond appearances. Their eyes are like cosmic scanners, capturing hidden intentions, disguised lies, and any attempt to unbalance them. For a Virgo, chaos is like an open book. They read it, understand it, and neutralize it with surgical precision. Virgo's strength comes from their logical mind and their ability to keep everything under control, even in the most intense storms. While others get lost in emotions or panic, Virgo remains firm, like an unshakable rock. This self-discipline is their energetic armor. Negative entities that feed on doubts, fears, or confusion find in Virgo an unbeatable adversary. They cannot penetrate the energetic field of someone who organizes even their own thoughts with the precision of a master. Every emotion is filtered, every action is calculated, and any attempt at manipulation is unmasked before it even begins. Moreover, Virgo has an energetic hygiene that is almost a superpower. They instinctively sense who carries heavy vibrations and naturally distance themselves from these influences. Their home, body, and mind are sacred temples, and they do not allow any energetic dirt to enter. Whether in the physical or spiritual world, Virgo is synonymous with order. Even in the toughest moments, they find ways to reorganize, cleanse, and restore balance. This ability to keep everything in harmony is what makes dark forces flee. They simply cannot thrive where clarity reigns. Another impressive aspect of Virgo is their ability to use silence as a weapon. They don't need aggressive words or noisy confrontations. A penetrating look, a well-placed phrase, or even the absence of reaction is enough to make any negative energy retreat. Virgo doesn't get shaken by provocations, and this serenity is terrifying to those who depend on chaos to survive. Their practical intelligence and refusal to give in to instability create a barrier that is impossible to cross. For Virgo, reason is the greatest ally, and reason is exactly what dark forces fear the most. Second, Pisces, from February 19th to March 20th. Pisces is the sign that carries such a pure and powerful light that darkness simply dissolves in their presence. Unlike other signs that intimidate through confrontation, Pisces' strength lies in their kindness, compassion, and deep connection to the universe. They don't fight evil, they transcend it. Their soul is like an ocean of light, where negative energies find no space to settle. It's as if Pisces is a spiritual lighthouse, illuminating everything around and keeping away any shadow that tries to come close. Pisces' hypersensitivity is their greatest weapon. They feel everything: a person's intentions, the energy of an environment, the truth behind a word. Even if they say nothing, they know exactly who they're dealing with. This sharp intuition makes negative forces feel exposed. Energy parasites, manipulative people, or dark entities realize they cannot fool a Piscean. They may even pretend not to notice, but their soul has already recorded everything, and they step away with a silent grace that disarms any attack attempt. What makes Pisces so invulnerable is their ability to forgive and let go. While many hold grudges or cling to negative emotions, Pisces knows how to release. They do not feed the darkness because their energy is directed toward the light. Even without being religious, many Pisceans have a natural connection to the divine, as if they prayed without words, invoking protection simply by existing. This innate spirituality creates a shield no evil force dares to challenge. Trying to harm a Piscean is like throwing stones into a lake. The waves simply dissipate the impact. Also, Pisces have an impressive spiritual resilience. Even after the greatest challenges, they are reborn with renewed strength. Their ability to recover comes from an inner certainty, good always, then with a passion bordering on madness. That intensity is what makes even the darkest entities retreat. They know Sagittarius won't hesitate to go all the way, even if it means burning everything around them, including themselves. Their courage is not just a defense, it is an offensive force that destroys any attempt to imprison them. Sagittarius's freedom also manifests in their worldview. They are guided by an incessant quest for meaning, for experiences that expand their soul. This insatiable curiosity makes them immune to petty temptations that negative forces use to deceive others. Sagittarius doesn't fall for empty promises or subtle manipulations because their heart is fixed on something greater: truth, adventure, expansion. This connection to the infinite is what makes them untouchable, a spirit dancing among the stars, out of reach of any shadow. Another fascinating aspect of Sagittarius is their ability to transform pain into strength. They don't fear life's wounds. They embrace them as part of the journey. Every scar is a story, every challenge is a lesson, and this resilience makes them reborn even stronger after every battle. For dark forces, this is unsettling. How do you defeat someone who feeds on adversity itself? Sagittarius doesn't just survive chaos. They use it as a springboard to fly even higher. Finally, Sagittarius's energy is contagious. Their presence inspires others to free themselves, question the rules, and live authentically. This ability to spread freedom is what makes negative forces avoid them at all costs. They don't just resist darkness. They turn it into light with their laughter, boldness, and refusal to be anything but themselves. Sagittarius is the flame that never goes out, the archer who aims at the stars and hits the heart of the universe. That's why even demons retreat, because Sagittarius is the very definition of freedom, and freedom is the greatest threat to darkness. So, star seekers, what do you think of these four incredible signs? Virgo with their impeccable clarity, Pisces with their spiritual light, Capricorn with their unshakable strength, and Sagittarius with their indomitable energy. Each one is a reminder that we all have an inner power that can drive away any darkness. Now I want to hear from you in the comments. Share a story of a moment when you felt your energy protecting you or someone close. Or if you want, write, "I am a shield of light." Let's fill the comments with positive energy. Prevails. This unwavering faith is what makes darkness retreat. Pisces doesn't need to fight because their presence is already a victory. They are like a portal of light, and any attempt to darken them only strengthens their aura. That's why negative forces avoid Pisces. They know they don't stand a chance against someone living in harmony with the universe. Third, Capricorn, from December 21st to January 19th. Capricorn is the sign that inspires an almost supernatural respect. Their energy is like a fortress of ice, cold, impenetrable, and unshakable. It's not that Capricorn uses magic or intimidates with displays of power. Their strength lies in sharp logic, tireless determination, and absolute self-control. While others may get lost in emotions or give in to pressure, Capricorn remains firm like a mountain no wind can topple. Negative entities don't approach because they know there are no weaknesses to exploit. Capricorn's mind is a strategic machine. They foresee every move, anticipate every trap, and never act on impulse. If someone tries to manipulate them, they soon realize they've fallen into a carefully planned net by Capricorn. They don't react to provocations, but also don't forgive those who try to cross them. Their response is silent, calculated, and devastating. For dark forces, facing Capricorn is like playing chess against a master who already knows the final result. Capricorn also has an aura of authority that commands respect. Their presence is so solid that even the most chaotic energies dissipate around them. They don't need to shout or threaten. A single look is enough to make anyone reconsider their intentions. This coldness is not cruelty, but a determination that leaves no room for doubt. Capricorn knows exactly who they are and what they want. And this clarity is a barrier no negative force can cross. Another strong point of Capricorn is their patience. They don't rush, don't give in to temptations, and never act without a plan. This strategic calm is terrifying to entities that depend on impulsiveness or despair. Capricorn waits, watches, and when the time comes, acts with precision that destroys any obstacle. Their strength is not in direct confrontation, but in the ability to transform their very existence into a fortress that no one dares to challenge. Fourth, Sagittarius, from November 22nd to December 21st. The essence of Sagittarius is freedom in its purest form. Ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion and adventure, this sign carries an inner flame that cannot be extinguished. They don't just reject the shackles of everyday life, they destroy them with a mischievous smile. For Sagittarius, life is a grand journey, and every challenge is an opportunity to explore, grow, and prove that nothing can hold them back. This indomitable energy is what makes negative forces hesitate to approach. They know Sagittarius is an adversary who doesn't play by the rules. And for entities that depend on order or manipulation, this is simply terrifying. Sagittarius's unpredictability is their most powerful weapon. They act driven by primal instinct, a passion that pulses like the heart of a star. If someone tries to manipulate them, Sagittarius responds with such overwhelming force that the manipulator themselves gets lost in the whirlwind. They do not fear confrontation. In fact, they welcome it enthusiastically, as if it were an invitation to dance in chaos. For Sagittarius, every attempt to limit them is just another obstacle to overcome. And they face these challenges with a courage that seems to defy the laws of the universe. This chaotic energy is what makes Sagittarius so dangerous to dark forces. They are like a stray comet, cutting across the sky without following predictable paths. Entities that feed on fear, doubt, or submission find in Sagittarius a void where they cannot prosper. Their soul is a wild territory, where there is no room for chains or cages. They don't just resist evil, they turn it to ashes with their refusal to bow. Whether facing the unknown with a fearless laugh or challenging danger with an almost supernatural confidence, Sagittarius lights up the darkness with their vibrant energy. Sagittarius's authenticity is another of their cosmic shields. They are true to the core, with a frankness that cuts like an arrow. There's no room for manipulation games in their life because they see through facades with disconcerting clarity. Their honesty is a weapon that disarms any attempt to deceive them, and their refusal to conform is a poison to those who depend on control. Sagittarius doesn't just live outside the rules, they rewrite the game itself. This makes them an incalculable risk to any force trying to dominate them. Additionally, Sagittarius has a unique relationship with chaos. While other signs seek order, they thrive in disorder, turning it into fuel for their journey. They don't run from conflicts. They face